sharing with you what I eat in a day on a GLP1. I am currently down 27 pounds as of this morning in about 2 months. I started this March 10th, and so I'm down 27 pounds. So just wanted to make a little disclaimer before we get started. I am not a medical doctor. I am not a nutritionist. So I'm in no way, shape, or form giving you advice. I'm just here for inspiration, to share my journey, and to maybe give you some ideas if you're needing some meal ideas for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. So this morning I made my protein coffee, and whenever I make it, I do a protein shake. I've got my instant coffee, and I also take a fiber supplement, and then I use a little bit of zero sugar creamer. So that's my protein coffee. That's what I make as soon as I wake up in the morning, and I usually have that around 6:30, and I'll usually finish it within a couple hours. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, but this morning I got it done about 7:30. It is currently 10:45 right now. I was hungry a little bit ago, but I just took my kids to their grandma, so everything is a little bit pushed back this morning. But I'm gonna go ahead and make my breakfast. But first, we're gonna go back in time, and I'm gonna share with you how I make my overnight oats. Okay, so I've got a little bowl here. This is, how many cups is this? This is a 2-cup bowl. And I'm gonna use some rolled oats or old-fashioned oats, whatever you call it. I'm going to do half a cup of these. And then I've also got these super seeds, but basically this is just a mix of flax, chia, and hemp seeds. And I absolutely love this. This is an amazing source of fiber, and it definitely keeps me regular along with the oatmeal. So I do 2 teaspoons of this. And then I also use Swerve brown sugar. I just think that it gives it a really good flavor, and it's 0 calories, so it's definitely a plus. And I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of this. And then I just like to do just a sprinkle of salt. I think it just balances everything out, and salt is a flavor enhancer, so it's gonna enhance all those flavors. Lastly, I will do 3/4 cup of this Fairlife chocolate milk. So for 1 cup is 140 calories, and it's got 13 grams of protein. So this is a great option. I just like the flavor of this, and it's much cheaper than using like a protein shake. So that's why I do it, but you could absolutely use a protein shake if you would rather, or almond milk, or whatever kind of milk that you want. And I just eyeball the milk. I just fill it up to where it looks about 3/4, and then I'll just toss that in. I found that 1 cup is too much, and then it makes it too liquidy the next day. And I like kind of a thicker oatmeal. You'll see it in just a second whenever I warm up mine, but yeah, 1 cup is just a little bit too much. So I'm just gonna stir this all together. Just make sure all the flavors are melted together. Make sure all those seeds are submerged, because you want those to, especially the chia seeds, you want them to soak up that liquid so it turns into more like a jelly consistency. I don't like crunchy seeds in mine, so I like to make sure that everything is submerged. And then I will put a lid on this, and this will be good to go in about 24 hours. With my overnight oats, I just cook them in the microwave for about 2 minutes, and then I stir it, and it's perfect every single time. But I'm gonna go ahead and, make some cottage cheese. So I always measure this out with my food scale, and it's 114 grams or half a cup, 90 calories, 12 grams of protein. So I always measure this out because I just like to be accurate so that I can accurately count my calories. I find that this is a good way that I have learned like what portion sizes are. And if you're actually measuring out your food, you don't realize how much you're actually overeating as far as like the serving size. And I've also come to find that if I actually do eat the serving size, then it's usually enough. And then I don't feel like I have to like finish my food or whatever. So yeah, so it's 114 grams. We're at 99. Perfect. All right. And then it's 141 with the spoon. What I like to do, I'm just gonna kind of lay it out there. I'll use this to stir my oats too, so I'm gonna get all this off. I have been liking using everything bagel seasoning on my cottage cheese. It just gives it really good flavor, and you don't need a whole lot, but just like that, and it is delicious. Highly recommend trying that. Here is what the overnight oats look like, you know, right when I opened them out of the fridge. You can see that it soaked up all that liquid, and all of those seeds are pretty well, you know, at a jelly-like consistency, and I'm just gonna put this in the microwave for 2 minutes. While my oats are in the microwave, I'm gonna go ahead and make my water. Recently, I've been using this Bubba cup because a bottle of water fits perfectly in it, and I don't know, I've just been liking it. So I actually have some water left over from last night, but I've been keeping this bottle of water just in the fridge. It's just from my sink. We have well water, so our water tastes really good. But I've just been putting it back in the fridge. And I'm gonna use the Peak H2O Ice Pop water flavoring. I know there's a lot of controversy online about, and even in my comments sometimes, about is flavored water water? And I think that it is. If you need to add some flavor to your water to get your water in, then go right ahead, because it's still water. There's 0 to about 10 calories depending on which one you pick of the flavored water, and it's still water. So my consensus is yes, drink your flavored water if that's what you want. And sometimes I have regular water too, but sometimes I do want flavored water. It's just sometimes easier to get down. Here is breakfast. I've got my cottage cheese with my everything bagel seasoning. Here is my overnight oats. I just stirred it up. Here's what it looks like. Absolutely delicious. Even if you think that you don't like oatmeal, please at least just give this a try, because it has so many good benefits to it. Oatmeal has amazing fiber, and then you've got your protein in there with the chia seeds and the chocolate milk, or you can use any kind of milk really that you want. You could even do strawberry. Put some strawberries on top. That might be really good. And then I've got my flavored water as well. It is Thursday, so that means it is my injection day. I get my meds through Amble. I can link them down below. I don't get any kickback or anything. It's just what I chose to use. I just did a lot of research before I got started, and I kind of compared prices and plans and stuff. The thing that I love about Amble is you don't have to pay a membership fee. So if you choose, or if you don't need medication for a month, you don't have to pay that membership fee, which actually has come in handy, because the way that they sent it to me, I had some extra, so there was like a whole month where I didn't need it. So that was really awesome. Like I said, I can link it down below for you, but I am on Zepbound or trizepatide. I don't know what okay, it says trizepatide. So, which I think is the off-brand of Zepbound, or vice versa. I don't really know for sure. But they've got me on 37.5 units. And if you watched my beach vlog, you know that I was incredibly sick that entire trip. And that's because I went ahead and did the full dose, and it was just too much. So what I've been doing, I started, after that week, I did 30 milliliters. And then last week I did 32. And so this week I am going to try 34. So I'm just like going up 2 units each time, just to kind of like build up my tolerance so I can get to my max dose that they've got prescribed to me right now. Actually, I might go ahead and do, well, yeah, I'm going to do 34, because then I can do my 35.5 next week. So the needle, if you're scared of needles, just go past this. But the needle is super, super tiny. Let me see if I can get it to, how do you do this? It's not gonna focus. It's trying to focus on me. Anyway, the needle is super tiny. I mean, you can barely even see it. And I just clean the top of my little vial here. You literally just stick it in. And I know a lot of people, why can I not do this? I usually can't do this and talk at the same time. A lot of people like push air into it or whatever, but I just pull a little bit out and then it'll just suck back in. I don't really know if there's a good way to do this. I mean, my doctor was just like, just put it in the vial. It doesn't really matter. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm at 34. I'm just going to pull it out, and then I'm going to stick the cap back on it until I'm ready to use it. I like to let it heat up a little bit, or come to room temperature, This medication too, you do have to put in the fridge. So just keep that in mind. And it just comes in this little baggie. And my favorite place to inject is in my stomach. So I'll just go both sides of my belly button each time. I think this time though, I'm gonna go above my belly button because I did right, left, and I'm gonna go above. My arm is what made me sick. I know that, you know, there's a lot of controversy about the injection sites, but the arm did not work for me. It made me incredibly sick on both arms. Don't know if it was the dose or the location, but I'm not willing to gamble on that anymore because I was so sick. And in the thigh, I had all the side effects, or not side effects, but I feel like it didn't even work for me. I still had all the food noise, all the cravings, and I was starving. Like I had no appetite suppressant whatsoever. So I feel like my sweet spot is my stomach. So I'm just gonna do it above my belly button. I'm gonna do it off camera. Nobody wants to see your stomach, but I just clean the site where you're going to. You let it dry, because if you don't let it dry, then it's gonna burn. So that's kind of my combination, my little hack. Let it warm up to room temperature. I'll even roll it in my fingers to, you know, warm it up a little bit quicker. And then you just use your alcohol pad, wipe, make sure it dries, and then you can inject, and it's super fast and easy. So this feels pretty warm already because I've had it out for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna share with you how quick it is and how easy. I'm not gonna show my stomach, but you'll be here with me. So I'm cleaning right now, letting it dry. I'm gonna pinch, try and get the cap off. There we go. Poke. All done. It is about 1:30 and I'm starting to get hungry. I don't want to eat too late because I'm going to be working out in just a couple hours. So I want to make sure that I don't skip lunch, but also not eat lunch too close to my workout, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and make a chicken quesadilla. So I've got this traditional rotisserie chicken. I am going to weigh this out. It is 85 grams, 120 calories for 22 grams of protein. So that is amazing. I am gonna make like a quesadilla situation, so I'm gonna use just a little bit of cheese. I'll probably do a half a serving of this just to bind everything together. And then I will probably dip it in this salsa con queso cheese dip. And I actually might put this inside the quesadilla. I'll probably do that. I'm gonna have an apple with some strawberry cream cheese, and that is gonna be my lunch. I've got my pan heating up here. So I'm gonna weigh out this chicken, 85 grams. I don't think I wanna do, what's 85 divided by 2 would be, 80 divided by 2 would be 40, so I need to do like 43. Close enough, 44. Is that gonna be enough? I feel like it will be. Okay, so I'm gonna heat this up on the stove. Actually, I'm gonna throw it in the microwave. I use these little tray things all the time. I got them from Sam's Club. I think there's like 700 in the box, and I use them all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh out my cheese. So I'm gonna do a half a serving of this. So this is gonna be 14 grams. See, I always kind of pick out what I think the serving is gonna be. Sometimes I'm pretty close. Other times I'm not. I'm gonna call that good because I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Okay, I got that heated up. I'm going to zero this out, and then I'm gonna add 34 grams, so 32 would be 16, 17, 18, so I need 18 grams for half a serving of this. You guys like my ADHD math? I'm gonna go ahead and throw my tortilla on to get it heating up in the skillet. Taco seasoning, not a whole lot. And ranch powder. Just enough to flavor it. There we go. I'm gonna mix all this together, put it on my tortilla, and then I will cook my quesadilla. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this. I'm gonna toss my cheese on. All right, here is my lunch. I've got my chicken quesadilla, my apples with my cream cheese, and I'm still drinking water. So it is about 2:45. I'm starting to get a little snacky, but I am not gonna work out for probably another hour or so, and then I'll have my after workout snack. But I got these Russell Stover little sugar-free candies. I love these. So these, I think these are 70 calories a piece. Oh, I have the bag right here. Just let me look. Okay, it says 2 pieces is 100 calories. So I'm probably gonna have a couple of these. I like the dark caramel, and then also the caramel and crispies. These are really, really good. I've had them for well, ever since I started this actually, because I have a huge sweet tooth. I love my chocolate. And so I got these to help me with that, and I can tell you it has been very successful. I don't crave like regular chocolate anymore. And honestly, whenever I eat regular chocolate, it tastes weird to me. So after eating sugar-free chocolate for a while, that's what I like. So I'm gonna have a couple of these and get back to work. I only have about 7 or 8 accounts left that I need to do for today, and then I will get my workout in. So it is about 3:45. So I just got done with all my accounts for the day. I think I ended up doing like 75 accounts, and my goal is only 50. So I did, way more than what I was supposed to. So feeling good about that. But normally I work out like way before this. I usually work out around 2:30. But today I was just trying to get those accounts done. I'm gonna go ahead and get this workout done. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Okay, I just got done with my workout. My arms are like jello. I went to go open the cabinet. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even hold my arm up. Annie Murtaugh, is that Murtaugh Taylor or something like that? I will link her channel down below. She is awesome. I do most of my workouts to her. And then there's also, I can't remember her name, Sheila maybe? But she runs Fabulous 50, and if you are a beginner like I am, her workouts are easier on the body because her target audience is like 50 and over, Fabulous 50s, but they're also just challenging enough where you can still feel the burn and you feel great after. And I just love her accent, and she chooses the best music. And so anyway, I will link both of their channels down below for you. For dinner, we went to Taco Bell, and my favorite thing to get there is the Power Bowl, and I always get extra chicken, no sour cream, and I tried to get extra lettuce, but this time they did not give me extra lettuce. They're kind of bad about being consistent with their Power Bowls. And it also normally comes with black beans, but they did not give me black beans either. So the calories are not perfect on this bowl, but that's usually how I order it. And then instead of using the avocado salsa that they give with it, I always like to use my own salsa. I just think it tastes better and the calories are better. For my after dinner snack or before bed, I'm going to have this Bear Bells protein bar. These are my absolute favorite. They taste not like a protein bar. You know how sometimes when you eat protein bars, they have that chalky taste. These do not. They've got 20 grams of protein and 200 calories. So these are amazing. And I get mine off the GNC website. I get them in 12 packs. I was sitting down to edit this video and I realized that I never finished it. So just wanted to say thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope I gave you some ideas for lunches, breakfast, and then also a healthy dinner when you go out to eat for fast food. Also be sure and check out those protein bars. They are really, really good. Not sponsored by any means, but I just really love them. Also, please remember that I am not a medical professional. I am not a nutritionist. So don't take my advice. I was just sharing with you what has been working for me and to maybe give you some ideas for lunches and meals if you are trying to eat healthier or lose weight or whatever. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. Other than that, I will see you in my next one. And if you enjoy this video, make sure and let me know so that I can do more for you.